A mysterious message has been found with a map of the lost treasure of Captain Wooden Eye. The crew set sails to seek the treasure, but how will they split it once found? They decide whoever proves to be the best pirate will have a bigger share of the treasure. The crew docks on the island and sees a dark path leading to the jungle. Who would dare to enter? Is the treasure in there at all? Whoever is brave enough to go and get out will be greatly rewarded. Now, let the games begin.
You come seeking adventure and salty old pirates, eh? Sure, you come to the proper place, where a maze will have our competitors twisting and turning on each other perhaps, trying to dodge their way through bandits and mermaids to make it out of the maze first and find their way to the treasure. Ahoy! I'm Greg Woods. Silver Tongue and Barnacle Hook, get us started. And it is Barnacle Hook that finds their way down first but bumps square into these marbles that are a mixture of bandits and mermaids that may tempt you, taunt you, lead you in the wrong direction. Silver Tongue doesn't care about any of that, goes on the bottom lane and has some clear space, trying to stay as far away from those meddling marbles as possible, but now gets bumped in between them and has all kinds of issues. Look at this, it's trapped on either side, trying to get out in front, and finally does. Silver Tongue, the pilot's mate, makes it to the bottom first. 31.45 to 35.01. Race number 1 is complete. Silver Tongue knows that that marble will be on to the next round, and perhaps will have an early advantage to finding that treasure. Patches O'Roley and Cutlass Dave up next. This is Navigator versus Bosun. Both opt for the bottom lane and miss the first few bandits and mermaids, and this time dislodge both of them as they snake their way down to the bottom. Cutlass Dave leading, watch Patches back behind. Now shoulders Cutlass off to the side. Dave goes bottom and is now sandwiched. Dave trying to get to that entry point the first, and does. Cutlass Dave, who spends countless hours on the ocean juggling tins of oranges. Why, I do not know, but can do 5 tins at once. Patches O'Roley will have plenty of time to start practicing juggling. Was actually born on a ship. And a quick trip back to the ship it will be for Patches as we prepare for the next race. It's Marblebeard and Plank Walker Pete. Hope that's an ironic nickname, because if it is not, then what a life. Pete comes down in the bottom lane, bumps one of those marbles, but ends up being hit from behind. Marblebeard sends that one right into a trap. But will it pay off? With Marblebeard, plenty of space down on the bottom. Trying to stay clear, but now inevitably gets toward several of those marbles. Pete is back behind. Can Marblebeard, the captain of the ship, win this head-to-head? Does easily. Marblebeard, 30.93. That's a pretty good time. 33.02, the other result. 30.93, second only to Cutlass Dave's 30.46. Time now for heat number 4, the final of the heats. Crimson Blunder and Peg Leg Bones. Look out, and somebody who is not just the cook, but also the ship's surgeon. I really hope they have cleaning procedures for those knives. Well, down they come, snaking their way. Crimson Blunder, lookout on the ship, goes right in between a couple of those bandits. is trying to stay safe, but needs to catch up. Pegleg Bones has a nice advantage with a waiting marble in front. No problem at all. In fact, Pegleg took a peek behind just to see where Crimson Blunder was right before that final snaking pathway down to victory. 33.89 is not one of the faster times that we have seen. 35.38, that is in fact the slowest of any of the 8 marbles who have gone so far. Crimson Blunder is eliminated. They'll look at times to separate everybody down 5th through 8th. Hatches, Plank, Barnacle, and Crimson are all down there at the bottom. What is their fate in the race for the treasure? Whatever race you run, you can decide to make it your way and use whatever marbles you want. The Collector Series back in stock. Don't forget about the Skyway Chase or the Hyperloop. Maybe you want to do some pirate-themed races or themed races of a wholly different kind. Down we come in semifinal 1. It is Silver Tongue and Cutlass Dave. 2 marbles that blend in really well with this track. Are they going to opt for opposite pathways? Yes, they do. Haven't really established yet if one way is faster than the other. Ooh, getting airborne briefly. Now look at the bandits giving chase. This is going to be close down on the bottom. Oh, hard impacts there. Those marbles are not going to give way, and it's not going to be close. Silver Tongue gets the win by nearly 4 seconds. 30.40 to 34.20. Silver Tongue is off to the final. Cutlass Dave will head to the 3rd place round. Listen to the waves. Nice and peaceful. Pegleg Bones and Marblebeard. Pegleg Bones, 17 years experience. Marblebeard, 27. And it's Marblebeard using some of that experience to move aside and plan that pathway. Goes down the middle this time. It's a slower path, but it may have fewer obstacles and more choices, certainly, when you come back to the center. But it's Marblebeard who is trailing right now. And gets stuck is Pegleg. Oh my, Pegleg Bones is stuck, and unless a bandit comes to save him, it's not going to happen. Marblebeard didn't do it quickly, but stayed out of trouble, and I think this is the moment when Marblebeard saw that Pegleg Bones was stuck, decided, I'm just going to cruise, perhaps saving energy for the finale. It will be Marblebeard and Silver Tongue competing for the final in the first event of this Pirate Series. But before we do that, we go to the 3rd place round. 2 marbles that also blend in extremely well. If one of them wants to surprise the other, they certainly could. Just blend in with the track, pop out from around a corner. But right now they're shadowing each other until that split point. Very fast to those outside loops, but then you have to control yourself. Cutlass Dave and Pegleg Bones. Pegleg coming off of a DNF, but they're side by side right there on the split. Who's going to move them aside? No! It will be Cutlass Dave. Pegleg Bones, perhaps still in shock from the DNF last round, comes in at 33.86. Cutlass Dave's 31.95 earns that marble 3rd place. Silver Tongue and Marblebeard await. These marbles came from all across the 7 seas to compete for the treasure. They dodged pillage and plunder. They're not sponging for rum, it be gold thereafter. They know what danger awaits, and they are willing and ready to put it all on the line. Silver Tongue and Marblebeard from far to near, respectively. It's the captain versus the pilot's mate. Just 2 years of experience for Silver Tongue. A marble that, when asked a defining trait, said they don't like to swim in cold water. Take that as you will. Marblebeard has the lead down on the bottom. These bandits have not played too big of a part in Marblebeard's races yet. Marblebeard pushed and is now going to have to play catch-up. Is well behind, but... Oh, gets stuck! Marblebeard is stuck! This will be Silver Tongue's race, if that marble can keep going, and just does. Silver Tongue defeats the captain, 35-19 to a DNF. Right there, moved that marble aside. Marblebeard had trouble going from that split point where it comes back together. But look, it got airborne right there and is just going to stall out down at the bottom. Carried a bit too much momentum and lost it. Silver Tongue collects 10 pieces of gold to Marblebeard's 8. Cutlass Dave gets 6. Peg Leg Bones gets 4. Patches, Plank Walker, Barnacle, 3, 2, 1, all the way down to 0. Well, eliminated marbles tell no tales, but the ones that made it through the opening rounds gave us something to write home about. Event number 1 is complete. What awaits these marbles on their quest for the treasure? And who do you think will reach it first?